Good morning, everyone. Today is January 12th, and I am going to call this first regular meeting of the City Council, the class of 2018, to order. To begin, the clerk will call the roll.
Councilmember Reich is absent. Gordon.
Here.
Fletcher.
Here.
Cunningham.
Present.
Ellison.
Present.
Warsami.
Present.
Goodman.
Present.
Bender is absent. Kano.
Here.
Schrader.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Palmisano.
Present.
Vice President Jenkins.
Here.
There are 11 members present.
Let the record reflect that a quorum is present. I do want to note that Council President Bender recently joined the prestigious Aspen Rodale Fellowship in Public Leadership Class of 2017. The Aspen Institute names a select group of America's rising political stars to its Rodale Fellowship, a program designed to bring together elected officials who have demonstrated an outstanding ability to work across partisan divisions and bring greater civility to public discourse. She's currently participating in a retreat where fellows across the country meet, analyze, and discuss historical texts and contemporary commentaries on topics such as democracy, leadership, and so she will not be with us today. The first order of business is to adopt the agenda. May I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved. Second.
The motion is to adopt the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. The next order is acceptance of the minutes of the meetings held December 6th, 8th, and 15th of 2017. May I have a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries, and those minutes are accepted. Next, we have the referral of petitions, communications, and reports to proper committees. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Next, we'll have the reports of our standing committees. Colleagues, as you know, we've had only one committee meeting this first week, and that was the Committee of the Whole on Wednesday. I have asked that committee's vice chair to make that report for us. Council Member Cunningham has the floor.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. It's my honor to present the Committee of the Whole report today. The Committee of the Whole brings forward a total of 10 items. The first item is approving the application for on-sale liquor with Sunday sales for Randall's located in Ward 7. The second item is approving the application for on-sale liquor with Sunday sales and for off-sale distilled spirits for Royal Foundry Craft Spirits located in Ward 5. The third item, approving the application for on-sale liquor with Sunday sales for Dilla's Ethiopian Restaurant, including an expansion of premises and license upgrade located in Ward 6. Item number 4 is the revocation of a restaurant/caterer license for the Kaslan restaurant as a result of outstanding taxes owed to the Minnesota Department of Revenue. This revocation is required under state statutes, so the city's actions merely complies with the regulations put on us by the state of Minnesota. The fifth and sixth items are related. Both pertain to an increase in the bonding request for the Upper Harbor Terminal redevelopment project in Ward 4 from $14 million to $15 million, and to reflect that change in both our 2018 adopted state platform and our policy positions. Item 7 concerns the adoption of a business license settlement agreement with Morado's Liquors to allow licensee to retain the off-sale liquor license and rescinding the operating conditions agreement that had been approved previously on December 15th, 2003. Item 8 is approving the licenses and consumer services agenda provided for liquor, business, and gambling licenses as recommended by staff. Item number 9 is approving the appointment of Aiden Yano to fill an unexpired term on the Southside Green Task Force through August 31st. And the final item is approving a contract amendment in the amount of $9,387 with Frontline Plus Fire and Rescue for the installation of 7 outdoor warning sirens and the authorization changing in the location of 2 of those sirens as a part of the overall project. On behalf of the committee, I move to approve all items.
Thank you, Councilmember Cunningham. Are there any questions from any of the members of the body? Seeing no questions, the clerk will call the roll on the adoption of the committee's report.
Councilmember Reich is absent. Councilmember Gordon.
Aye.
Fletcher.
Aye.
Cunningham.
Aye.
Ellison.
Aye.
Warsami.
Aye.
Goodman.
Aye.
Kano.
Aye.
Schrader.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Palmisano.
Aye.
Vice President Jenkins.
Aye.
There are 11 ayes.
That motion carries. Next is notice of ordinance introductions. Under the order of ordinance introductions, we have one item, and that is a notice by Councilmember Johnson of his intent to introduce at the next regularly scheduled meeting the subject matter of an ordinance amending the code related to liquor licensing classes and allowable entertainment. That notice is given. Next, we have resolutions. Colleagues, we have one honorary resolution on today's agenda. That is a resolution that honors Jane Risner for her 43 years of public service. Although we don't have a public presentation, 43 years of service is very commendable. And I'd like to note that Jane served the Minneapolis Housing and Redevelopment Authority, the Minneapolis Community Development Agency, and is leaving after serving as a real estate coordinator with the Community Planning and Economic Development Department. She has worked for decades to support the city's real estate policies, projects, programs that have contributed to the development and redevelopment of thousands of residential, commercial, industrial, and riverfront properties. On behalf of the Minneapolis City Council, I want to offer my sincere appreciation and thanks to Jane for all of her contributions and the impact she has made to the community. With that, may I have a motion on the adoption of the resolution honoring Jane Risner for her 43 years of service?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That carries, and that resolution is adopted. That completes the business on our printed agenda. Are there any announcements from council members? All righty. Seeing no further business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a motion to adjourn on the floor. Is that right, City Attorney?
Motion to suspend the rules?
Madam President, right now there's a motion to adjourn on the table. If that motion is withdrawn, it would require a motion to allow public comment, which would require a supermajority vote of the members to pass. The council rules do not allow public comment at full council meetings. And if the council wishes to allow a public comment period, it would take a motion to suspend the rules to allow for public comment. That takes a supermajority vote of 9 members.
So we have a motion on the floor. Was there a proper second? So, well, the clerk.
Madam Vice President, if the motion is withdrawn, then that motion would no longer be on the floor. But currently, there's a motion pending on the floor.
So I cannot withdraw the motion as I did not make the motion.
Well, if I don't have any seconds from colleagues, then I'll go ahead and withdraw that motion.
I would like to make a
So-
I'm willing to.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Goodman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do think we need to figure out what our overall policy is for this, but for today, since this group has been so patient and sat quietly and not screamed at us, I think it makes some sense to give them 5 minutes as they've requested out of respect for the respect they've shown us. I do think we need to determine what our policy is about this, but for today, I think it makes sense, and I would offer that we should allow them to speak for 5 minutes.
Second, that motion to suspend the rules?
So we have a motion and a proper second. Are there any questions or comments from the body? So I would like to make a comment. So the council rules do not permit public testimony at the city council meeting. City council just formed a new committee structure this past Monday during our organizational meeting. One of those committees, the Health, Environment, Civil Rights, and Engagement Committee, which is chaired by Councilmember Cunningham, takes the lead on issues of immigration, immigrant rights, and our status as a welcoming city. I personally, my office absolutely supports our status and continuing work on our welcoming city position as well. So our committees have not had a chance to meet yet. The meetings begin next week. I do encourage you, if the body decides that 5 minutes of testimony is appropriate today, that you meet with Councilmember Cunningham, who chairs that committee. Also here in the audience, I believe, is Peter Ebnett from the mayor's office, who is taking the lead on immigration issues from the mayor. And so I would encourage you to speak with Mr. Ebnett as well. And it's really important for us, if we want to be able to effectively address these issues of serious import, that we do it within the structure that we have set up to do the business of the city of Minneapolis and to hear the concerns from our residents. I think that's an important protocol to take, and so I would encourage you all to be a part of that process as well. If there are no other comments, the clerk will call the roll.
Councilmember Gordon.
Aye.
Fletcher. Cunningham.
Aye.
Ellison. Warsami. Goodman. Kano. Schrader.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Palmisano. Vice President Jenkins.
Aye.
There are 11 ayes.
So just to be clear, please state your name. We are limiting the entire amount of public comment to 5 minutes. It is not 5 minutes per person.
My name is Erica Zarowski. I'm a member of the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee, and we are actually here together jointly with our sisters and brothers from the Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar. I appreciate the Vice President giving us the information on the committee members and the structure. However, the reason that we came here today, that we pulled our kids out of school this morning, and that we asked off of our jobs this morning is because we need you to see us. We need you to understand that these issues, while you were on recess, the Trump administration further attacked immigrant communities. More people died at the hands of police brutality. And we came here today and we took time out of our schedules today and much more than 5 minutes so that we could be here and we could present how important these issues are to you. In terms of what we need out of you is we need a sanctuary city that is true and that is real. We handed the council members, and it's still, a lot of you still have it because you also received it as candidates, the sanctuary platform that we want. One of those things is the municipal ID, which is already in the works. This is not something that can wait. We're hoping that what we are demanding from you, we are not asking, we are tired of asking. We are demanding be done is that this municipal ID be given a form before the snow melts. We need a form to be had Luckily, the previous city council showed us how easy it is to make changes and to the budget without actually having anything written in it. So now we know there's funding for the ID. So we do thank the previous city council for showing that to us. But at this point, I just want to say that we are here and we did take time out of our days for you to listen to us and to understand the importance of this. These meetings are not accessible. Your structure is not accessible to the affected communities around Minneapolis. You are all members of the community of Minneapolis, and we need you to stand by our side and stand up for what is just and what is right. And I now give the microphone to my sister from the Twin Cities Justice for Coalition. For the Coalition for Justice for Jamar.
I'm Loretta Van Pelt. I'm with the Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar. I also live in Ward 11, and our demand is community control of the police. For too long, we're seeing that there's police officers that are getting away with murder. We saw it with Jamar Clark. I'm afraid we're going to see it with Justine Damon, and we've seen it with countless other victims of police brutality and police murders. And we are demanding that no more of these civilian review boards that do nothing, that this is a board that will actually hold these police accountable when they fire their gun, when they swing their baton, when they do anything that harms a member of our community. And I look forward to speaking to those who are interested in our platform and what we want to do, because this is important. These crimes that the police commit against members of citizens of this city needs to stop. And so we are demanding community control of the police. And I thank you for letting us know who, in fact, who we can actually talk to, and trust and believe I'm sending emails and making phone calls. So thank you.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming down and taking time out of your day. I do understand that it is a challenge to always get to the city council meetings. However, there are various multiple opportunities to engage with the council member, to engage with the committees. The committees are where public testimony can happen. So we have to understand the process and we have to work within that process. So thank you very much. Seeing no more discussion, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This meeting is adjourned.